Konnichiwa. I'm Queen Kongsan and I'm back with your week ahead video for the 27th through the 31st of July. We are officially at the end of Mercury retrograde shadow period, so hopefully any kind of communication, misconstrued communication or communication issues and tech issues will be resolved by the end of this month. As always, tarot is just for guidance purposes only. This is also a general read, so please keep in mind that your reading may not, resonate with everyone. Take what you will, discard what doesn't work. If it totally doesn't resonate, I apologize. But please check back on Friday as, I try to get the weekend readings done ahead of time. I may actually do a month ahead reading. We'll kind of see what headspace I'm in on Friday. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'll go ahead and put the picture of the tarot down here in the corner so that you guys will be able to look at that. I am using these like beautiful playing cards that my friend Courtney got me. Shout out to you, girl. Love you. I still have it in the container, but it's Tim Burton's like playing cards, which is super cool, that she got for me when she was in London. That I've clearly like not touched because I'm a hoarder, but anyway, so I thought I would use them for today. So the Queen of Spades is group 1. Group 2, you are the King of Hearts. And group 3, you are the Ace of Hearts. Hey, so go ahead, and I'll also have it down here so that you guys can see. Go ahead and take a minute to see which one resonates with you, and we're gonna go ahead and get started with group 1. All right, here we go. So hopefully this resonates. This is a little bit more challenging of a spread for me, so we'll see. I pulled from my original tarot deck, and then I pulled Muse cards to kind of clarify. So we have a lot of cards. You guys also have 2 chocos, so there's plenty of information coming your way for this last week of July. Okay, so your first card for this week is the Emperor. This is Major Arcana card. Okay. He can also be referred to as like the Aries card because of the the rams in the corner. Your second card was Strength, which is also a Major Arcana. This is kind of just hilarious too because it is Leo season, and this is like Leo season card. So Strength. You also got the Page of Pentacles. This is Earth energy. The Star, which is another Major Arcana, and the Two of Swords. This is air energy. Okay, for your Oracle, I'm pulling from my new deck, so I'm going to be reading that for you, but it's Connect, Blindweed. And for your Chocos, you got Pure of Heart, White Chocolate, and Caramel or Charm. Okay, so I will be reading those at the end of your reading. So just off the bat, it looks like, so there's 2 kind of things going on. So you are coming off as both the Emperor and kind of the Page of Pentacles is what I'm getting. There is some kind of offer that you're working on that is going to lead to wish fulfillment, which is great. So whatever you're working on currently, keep it up. This is like the wish fulfillment card. Okay. So just know that good things are going to be happening this week. Because we have a lot of Major Arcana we have 3 Major Arcana out of the 5 cards that I pulled for you for this week. So I kind of get the feeling that really every time we go through something as challenging as it is, obviously Spirit is always with you, right? A Spirit wants the best for you. Whoever you identify as Spirit, if that's God or your guides or Buddha or whoever, okay? But because there are so many major arcana, I feel like this is fated. Whatever it is that's happening this week, it's going to be very powerful and exactly where you need to be, right? Like that's always true. But even more so for you guys this week. I'm also getting the energy that you are also coming off as the emperor. But when I pulled clarifier for this, because I was like, is this like new love coming in? Is this my readers like energy that they're giving off, and it was your energy. But it said to make sure to retain balance. So the emperor is a very dominant energy, right? Like he is the king, right? Like he is major arcana for a reason, right? Like he's looking straight at you, like no hesitation, right? Um, this week, while you are in this energy, make sure that you are balanced. So not too overbearing, not too heavy-handed with anything. Okay. Especially while we're at the like tail end of Mercury retrograde shadow period, communication and stuff can still be kind of misconstrued and whatever. So be careful with your very like strong personality that's coming off this week is what I'm getting from that. Um, Not that you even need the strength card because I feel like the Emperor is sort of enough on his own. Um, but this is kind of just like a nice like Leo energy for the beginning of Leo season, right, which we're in right now. But um yeah, be strong, make sure to kind of watch your words and whatever, and don't be too overbearing this week. But whatever your idea is, it's coming to fruition. Just make sure that you're not closed off. This might be closed off to suggestions, this might be closed off from other people. Don't like overly isolate yourself this week. Okay. You'll notice that her like she's totally blocked off, right? So make sure that you kind of keep an open mind to just sort of everything this week. Your oracle card for this week is Connect or Blindweed, so I'm going to go ahead and read that off for you. Use the playing cards to mark it so that it'd be a little bit faster. All right, so Connect reads a time to bid reclusion and adieu. Invite loved ones back in. Behold your entanglements and build cobwebs of synergy. You have never been alone. Okay, so this might be kind of that energy, right? Like don't block yourself off from other people. Remember that we are always with, right? If nothing else, with spirit. So we're never truly alone. That's true. Okay, and then your chocos for this week are caramel and white chocolate, so charm. This card signifies a time to practice the art of smooth talking. You need to win a situation over. Only your charm can ooze out the appeal that is needed to get you what you want. Wish fulfillment card. And page, okay. Loosen up. Avoid being too rigid and inflexible. Oh, that's also true with temperance. Okay, so all the things. Ooh, as I try not to start a fire. Welcome fluidity. Let your feelings flow. Take a writing class. Join a debate team. You need to demonstrate poise and charm at this time. Communication is the key. And then your positive affirmation, one of them for this week, is life is flowing with rich abundance. Okay, so that is your first choco. Your second one is pure heart. Purity, innocence, and vulnerability surround you. This is a time of truth and fairness, although it may bring up feelings of indecision and heightened sensitivity. Go back to your younger self and become childlike in your thinking again. Open your mind and be aware of the doors that are unlocking for you at this time. I keep my mind open, as I allow only love and light into my life is your second affirmation. Okay. And that is your reading for group 2. Thank you very much. Or group 1, excuse me. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it didn't, please check back on Friday, as I will have either your week ahead or your month ahead for August up and good to go. Peace. Thank you very much. All right, group 2, if you chose the King of Hearts, this is your reading. So know that I pulled a lot of cards and clarifiers for you guys this week. So there's kind of a lot going on. So let me just kind of get everything situated here. You guys have 5 cards for this week, and then I pulled an Oracle and 2 Chocos just to make sure it was fair for everyone. All right, so your first card is the Ace of Cups. This is water energy. We have the Moon. This is Major Arcana. I think it's also a Scorpio card. I could be wrong. We also got the Three of Cups. This is water energy. The Knight of Cups, also water energy. And then lastly, the Queen of Wands. This is fire energy. All right, so those are your major arcana cards. I pulled clarifiers just because each card obviously has, multiple ways to be read, and I don't know all of you personally, right? This is a general reading, so it kind of just take whatever resonates with you. But the Ace of Cups is usually indicative, well, it's always new beginnings, right? So it's like spirit coming down and blessing you with this new beginning and then going back up into the clouds, right? Which is why it's like clouds in the hand. Anyway, because this typically the aces are new beginnings, and because it's cup energy, it's very likely that this is a new love interest coming in. Okay, which is possible, or it could just be a new beginning in general, right? Like a new job, a new venture, a new project, okay, whichever one resonates with you with regards to that. But in the center of your reading, you have the Three of Cups. Now, this can either mean like celebration, we're celebrating something, or this could mean that there's a third party situation that you're in, which obviously, like, I would want to clarify the difference for you guys. So I went ahead and pulled clarifiers for the Three of Cups, and I got Death and the Seven of Swords. Now, that kind of tells me that this is a celebration card, which is good. Okay. So you're gonna be celebrating the end of something, something that kind of like someone that was like sneaky, like getting out of your life, some kind of like shady thing that should have ended a long time ago but didn't. Okay. So yeah, you're celebrating an ending, which is really nice. Okay. And well welcomed. Now, the moon. Oh, the moon. I always get the moon when I pull cards for myself pretty often. Because the cards don't want to tell me what's going to happen. So sometimes I get, when I pull clarifiers for the moon, I actually like get clarifiers, which I did for you guys. Thank you, baby Jesus. Sometimes I don't. So your clarifier for the moon is very like hidden. There's a lot of like secretive stuff. It's like the veil, right? It's spirit kind of like hiding things because you don't need to know. Spirit knows, and just like trust, right? At the end of the day, which is always the case. Your clarifiers for the moon were the King of Sword, or the King of, oh, I can words, the King of Wands, and the Ace of Materials. So that kind of tells me that there's potentially some kind of like romantic beginning. Possibly that's like super specific, so we'll see. But there's some kind of beginning that's happening, and we just need to like trust, right? At the end of the day, that spirit has our back. So don't worry too much about that. Okay, just know that and that like it mirrors, the Ace of Cups that is coming in. So there's definitely like new energy that's coming in from spirit, which is great. While you're like in this like celebratory energy, okay, for this week. Now, you'll notice that for the last 2 cards, the Queen and the Knight of Cups, she is totally not looking at the Knight of Cups at all. So I kind of get the feeling that there is potentially like this new love interest that is coming in as water energy. So it's possible that it is a water sign. So Pisces, shoots, I wonder if I know all the water signs. Anyway, possible water sign coming in, but you're too busy in this like queen energy, making stuff happen for yourself, that you may actually not see this person coming in. Okay, so there is that. But yeah, overall pretty decent week ahead of for you, which is nice. Like the end of July feels like it's going to be going pretty swimmingly for you. Your oracle card is Disquiet the Myth, Mandrake. This just makes me think of Harry Potter, which I know like people are on the fence right now about, but Mandrake card. So let's go ahead and find that in my thing. So Mandrake is Disquiet the Myth, a call to disrupt guided or gilded personal narratives. Beware the potential for atrophy from self mythology, but also allow fantasy to outline sober truths. Be present and dig. Fate honestly fulfilled stokes the wildest and most startling ablaze. So be present this week as much as possible. Okay, and don't listen to, the narratives that we constantly tell ourselves, right? Like, I'm not good enough. There's no way that's gonna happen, blah blah blah, right? Um, have faith that spirit has your back and that things will turn out just fine. Okay. So your peanut or you have peanut butter as your choco for so one of them for this week. So a positive omen for material wishes yet to be granted. Security in all its forms is in place. You are safe. Potential is ripe. Everything is set for things to go exceedingly well. At this time, you have a lot to be thankful for. This card heralds the perfect time to start a gratitude journal and showing thanks for all you receive. Make the best of the time that you find yourself sharing the glory of your successes. Don't forget what you give out comes back to you. One of your positive affirmations for this week is I am grateful and thankful for all the good things that come into my life. Abundance comes easily and naturally for me. Okay, so that is one. Your second one is peanut brittle choco. Remain focused, maintain concentration, pay attention. You are assertive and confident. You are soon to enjoy the benefits of self-control and your newfound focus. Develop self-mastery. Forge ahead and keep doing what you know best. Discipline is needed at this time. Your second affirmation for this week is I am disciplined, loyal, and centered. I stand in my power with assertion and confidence. Okay. So really great reading for you guys, group 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it resonated with you. If not, please check back on Friday as I'll either have like the weekend reading or August reading for you. We'll kind of see where I am headspace wise. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Peace. Hello, group 2. If you chose the ace, this is your reading. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So you have 5 tarot cards for this week. I went ahead and pulled some clarifiers for some of them because I was like, is it like a new love? Is it like a new whatever? Okay. You have 1 oracle from my new deck and 2 chocos. So let's go ahead and get started with your tarot. So your first card for this week is Justice. This is Major Arcana. Your second card is the 9 of Cups. This is water energy. You also have the 4 of Swords. This is air energy. You also have the 8 of Cups. This is water energy as well. And the Ace of Wands. So this is earth. Actually, this is fire energy, excuse me. Okay, so okay, so justice can mean like divine timing. It can mean like actual justice was served, right? Like a wrong was righted. It means that like spirit is on your side, right is on your side, right? Like I know that we go through things where you're like, that's not fair, right? Like and you're like, is karma gonna happen? Is something gonna come in? Like fix this because this isn't fair, whatever. Okay. Know that justice is on your side. I pulled a clarifier because I was like, is it like, this can also mean balance as well because she also has the scales in her hand, right? But I'm getting that there was some kind of ending that took place. And so just know that whatever the ending was, or not ending, but like you're like heartbroken because something awful happened to you. Okay. Just know that justice is on your side and that wrong will be righted. Okay, which is it's always nice, right? Like I always say, like karma exists. Like I don't have to do anything because karma will take care of it, right? But so justice is on your side and good things are definitely coming, right? Like look at all the beautiful trophies that he has, right? He's like, yes, these are all the accolades that I've achieved, like these, all of these things like I've worked really hard to make happen and I'm like super proud of, right? So there's kind of that energy going on this week as well. But make sure you find time to rest. Okay, I know that we're all going through a lot. We're all processing a lot of things right now, especially during like COVID in the United States, if that's where you're watching this. Okay, so make sure that you take time for yourself and rest and don't push yourself too hard this week. There is, I didn't clarify this one, but there is something that you're walking away from. Okay, now even like the moon looks kind of somber, right? But whatever this was that you're walking away from, probably like an emotional situation, um, there's nothing that, I mean, it's better for you to walk away from whatever it is than holding on, right? Like it's like that, I think what is it, a meme where it's like someone holding onto a rope and it's like making their hand red. And it's like sometimes it hurts less to just let go. Okay. I need to take my own advice, but anyway, um, sometimes letting go is just easier, right, than holding on. So remember, right, to keep kind of like your peace in mind, right? So for those kind of like toxic people in our lives that are testing us constantly and like being negative and whatever, like you can choose to walk away from that energy, right? Like that is always a choice. So there's that. Please excuse my neighbor's dog above me that is like barking like a crazy person. And you do have something new and beautiful coming in. So, what is nice too is that you're walking away from whatever negativity this is to something brand new and beautiful. And it looks like, I mean, come on, right? I kind of get like new project vibes from this, Kate. This is like a phallic new beginning too, so it's possible that it could be a new romantic interest coming in. But take that as you will, Kate. So there's a lot of kind of things going on this week, but they're all positive, right? Like it ends on a really high note. So I'm not worried about y'all, right? We have spirit on our side at the end of the day. Always. Your oracle card is Embrace. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and read that. So Globe Mallow is the flower. Globe Mallow is Embrace, a card of abundant confidence, coupled, boundaries from your destiny. Open your heart and scatter yourself among the scars and stars you've accumulated. Okay, so remember, really, if you're ever in like a negative mindset, remember all of the things that you've overcome, right? You've overcome so many things. You've learned so many things. All of those things, right? Like you've come very far from where you were before. Celebrate that, right? Instead of being in a negative headspace. Whenever I'm like, oh, well, I still don't have that. Yeah, but I've also accomplished all of these other things. And I'll eventually get, what's coming anyway. So we're good. Okay, so just remember to kind of stay in that headspace this week if you ever fall victim to negative thoughts like I do. Hey, Mother's Day, Goddess Energy is your first card. So your maternal instinct is in overdrive at the moment. A time to tap into your feminine side and your mother goddess energy and birth a dream or a new venture into the world. Be still. I can't even make this up. Be still. Vision, create, nurture, manifest. A time to be kind to yourself and others and allow your nurturing side to develop. Sometimes we are so busy looking after and helping others that we forget to look after ourselves. Your first positive affirmation for this week is, I am divine feminine beauty and I embrace my inner goddess. Okay. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. Your second one is feminine energy. We got a lot of feminine energy going on this week. Loving and soft-centered energy. This card indicates compassion, love, and concern for ourselves and the world. Feminine nurturing energy abounds, reminding you to treat yourself with love and compassion. with love and compassion. Anyway, this card may represent a significant female or aspect in your yin or female self that needs to be acknowledged. Your clairvoyant and psychic abilities are developing. Embrace your inner goddess and the feminine archetypes that are guiding you at this time to open up to deeper, more spiritual side of yourself. Your second affirmation for this week is I have great female role models in my life and I respect and appreciate their wisdom and guidance. Okay. And that is your reading, group 3. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully that resonated with you. If it didn't, please check back on Friday, as I will either have the weekend reading or potentially August month reading. We'll kind of see where my headspace is in on Friday. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again soon.